show, Sunol, from the beginning, is our next guest. He's been on the show before, but we're going to walk through this thing. Because what happened yesterday and the portrayal of it in the media is candidly an embarrassment. So we need real reporters. So we invited Lee Smith back. Lee, welcome back to the show. It's good to have you.
Hey, Dan, thanks so much, and I'm so glad you and I are getting a chance to talk about this today. I knew that if there was one person who would smell a rat in this thing, the whole story was going to be you. This is a one funky story.
Holy moly. So let me give you my theory, bottom line up front, because amazingly the media fell for this again. It was portrayed yesterday as, oh, look, they got this FBI guy who was working with Manafort, and it was like a Trump angle to it. I'm like, did you guys actually read the indictment? Because in the indictment is this FBI guy, and these are allegations, of course, but dealing with an Albanian who was apparently working for the FBI, and another Albanian who was being paid off by a Chinese energy conglomerate, which sounds to me like the same one Hunter Biden was working with. Because it was totally left out of the news coverage, Lee. It almost as if the FBI was looking for a Trump angle and stumbled on a Hunter Biden.
Right, yeah, that's one part of the story that I really love, and I love the whole idea that the Albanian former intelligence officer asked them to set up an investigation of a lobbyist who was working for the Albanian's rival. Like, no, that's not familiar. Hey, you did such a good job framing Donald Trump on Hillary Clinton's behalf. Why don't you do the same thing for us in Albania? We're a much smaller country. Come on, this is what you guys special in now, is it? Oh, wow. And then the Deripaska stuff, mind-blowing.
So the Deripaska stuff, let's get to that. You know, it's funny you say that. I didn't even, usually we do the guest at 2, but because you're such a special guest to have, we're putting you here at 1. I didn't even get to that yet, but it's such a good point that the Albanians must have said, gosh, these FBI guys are so good at setting up political rivals. Let's pay them ourselves. Like, what a great idea. But the Deripaska
coming out now, there's probably dozens of former intelligence officers from around the world who are looking for FBI guys to pay off to start an escape plan of their rivals. It's insane, yeah.
You see it with like a basic second grade level website, like bribery, blackmail, or us, like the Toys R Us shooter. So the Deripaska angle is interesting because, again, it's an obvious effort by DOJ folks and media people who just don't know what you and I know, and Solomon and others. They fell for the trap. Oh, look at this. You're dealing with Manafort, who is buddy-buddy with Deripaska. Well, the problem with even that angle, Lee, is Oleg Deripaska also had major league connections to Christopher Steele and a lawyer by the name of Adam Waldman. Deripaska wanted to be off the sanctions list, and this guy Waldman was dealing with, yes, Mark Warner, a Democrat, powerful senator from Virginia who was on the Senate Intel Committee. So even the Deripaska angle is knee-deep in Democrat potential problems, and yet you heard nothing about that yesterday.
Well, the Deripaska pays this guy, Charles McGonigal. But you mentioned John Solomon. John is just a terrific, awesome reporter. One of my favorite stories he did was explaining Oleg Deripaska's a decade and a half relationship with Robert Mueller and, of course, Andrew McCabe. Remember how the FBI went to Deripaska and they asked him to fund an investigation to find Bob Levinson in Iran? And Deripaska was spending $25 million? Well, here's the thing. Everyone knew Levinson was in Iran. An investigative team to go into Iran and find out where Levinson was. All you needed was someone to make a call official and find out exactly where he was and how was he doing and what would it take to get him out. The way that I see it, basically, the FBI billed this guy, billed Deripaska $25 million. Someone should find out exactly where that money is. If that really went to an investigation, or somehow that was spread around the bureau. That's where the FBI's love affair with Oleg Deripaska. So that's one of the things that kills me about this story. Let me get this right. The FBI is courting for at least 15 years. And now this guy is getting jammed up because he's taking money from Deripaska when he's sanctioned. And I'm not defending this guy McGonigal. I'm just saying this is a very strange story.
It's strange, and I think the origins and the genesis of it explain where this classified document scandal came from. And there's no way, in my investigative opinion, Joe Biden's team, moving boxes, mistakenly came upon classified documents and just did the right thing, right? They throw that story in the garbage. It didn't happen. They've already moved them twice. What clearly happened here is somebody flipped. There was somebody being investigated with and you're going to have to produce something because this guy's going to testify about it. But what makes perfect sense here is what probably happened is they're going after Deripaska as a way to expand his connection to Manafort and their Trump probe. And what winds up happening is they get a bunch of information they didn't intend to get. Like Deripaska's work with McGonigal. And they're like, oh boy, now we got to probably work with this FBI guy. And then they start pulling that. The Albanian angle comes out. Now, the Albanian angle is crazy. According to a lot of Twitter sleuths out there, Marco Polo and McIntyre had it up. It appears that the FBI agents play on the same soccer team as Hunter Biden's kids while they're both being alleged on deals with this Chinese energy conglomerate. I mean, the story is like a series of unbelievable coincidences.
That I haven't seen yet. I'm gonna have to get on that and check that out. That's amazing.
Watch my podcast today. The emails were on the home of the guy's wife is on the same email thread about this now. Because you and I are interested in fact, that's not this positive of anything. However, when you factor in that Tom Rogan and others at the Washington Examiner have been curious for years why Joe Biden's given a lot of deference to Albania. The prime minister there is alleged to be involved in a major Sinaloa cartel narco trafficking scandal that Joe Biden doesn't want to do anything about. It seems kind of weird that the son is, involved with the same energy company doing business in Albania that was bribing an FBI guy who may in fact know Hunter's family.
Wow. I mean, Dan, I think that that you and I have been talking about before, that it feels like Russiagate is the tip of a very, very large a very large iceberg. It's not going to go away. No one has yet been held accountable, but it's not going away, and it's going to be throwing off a lot of corruption and a lot of garbage.
Do you think, Lee, that it's possible, talking to Lee Smith, that it's possible, one of the best reporters out there, this is my operating theory about the Russia hoax, was yes, it was a Hillary Clinton, obviously, but the reason the Biden-Obama administration, played ball on and basically hijacked the political work on behalf of Clinton is because they were afraid if Trump won, that he would in fact uncover them. And the reason I believe that is because after he wins, they start the Mueller probe, and that doesn't work. And then the impeachment hoax. Who's the whistleblower in the impeachment hoax? He's a guy who deals with Ukraine, who met at the White House with a Soros-connected Ukrainian lobbyist who was doing business in Ukraine with the embassy. It's like they were trying to hide Hunter Biden and Joe Biden massive grip from Trump, and they needed to get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is the whistleblower worked in the office of the vice president. I mean, this was the Ukraine guy in Biden's office. They make a really fundamental point, which is something that I've really been focused on lately too. It's like, yes, it's important that the Hillary Clinton paid for the dossier. The spying operation against the Trump campaign was intended to benefit Hillary's campaign and her. But we have to keep in mind that all these spy chiefs and all these resources that were being used, this was under Obama and Biden. These guys are absolutely at the center of it. And it's something that we need to keep reminding people of.
One more point I want to make, and I'll let you go. Lee is really this is good stuff. But I want to get your opinion on this last one. So McGonigal, he's an interesting guy. I'm going to play some audio coming up after the break. McGonigal's very tight with Jim. We know that from his own words. I'll play the cut coming up later. Very upset when Jim Comey left. Comey appoints him to the head of the New York Field Office Counterintel Division, probably the most influential position in counterintelligence in the United States. Maybe Washington Field Office a tie or a close second, right? McGonigal came from the counterintelligence division in D.C., so there's no way he doesn't know about the Russia hoax and Crossfire Hurricane investigation into Trump. It's awfully convenient that they sent this to the New York office, because I don't know if you're aware of this, you probably are, but Stephen Soma, the FBI agent who was handling one of the main sources in the Trump case, is in the New York office. And then the other handler, Gaeta, who's in the Crossfire Hurricane operation, he's handling steel. So they work, and the FBI's claimed the whole time that D.C., the Washington, D.C. Crossfire Hurricane operation didn't know what New York was doing against Donald Trump when they got the steel information. McGonigal may have been away, long story short, for Comey to keep his hands on the Trump thing by sending his guy who was in D.C. up to New York to kind of make the connection between the two.
I think that, wow, I think that's a really good point. Very important now for, journalists, for investigators, people who have actually been reporting on Russiagate to look into exactly what this guy was doing and to put the connections together with the New York office. And again, we got to remember that the other thing about Donald is obviously he would have known the story about Carter Page. This is one guy who could have stopped Crossfire Hurricane at the outset, right? Just wait a minute. Carter Page falls into Russian spies out of New York. This guy's not a bad guy. He's not working with the Russians. But he did. So, yeah, looking at the New York office, that sounds like an important avenue to pursue.
Yeah, no one will do it, but me, you, and Solomon, and a couple of Twitter sleuths, just at least join us today last minute. We really appreciate it. Need your
Dan, inviting me on today. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
You got it, buddy. Guys, listen, there's so few people out. I mean, the case is so fresh, as you can see. We're even catching others up. Okay, it's just there's so much going on in this case. I haven't even scratched the surface yet. I'm going to tie McGonigal to Comey coming up after the break. This is, again, the guy locked up yesterday who's alleged to have been taking money from overseas sources in Albania and elsewhere to influence both investigative and political activities here in the United States, and charge 8 in the indictment ties him to a Chinese energy conglomerate, which is likely the same one Hunter was working with. And you don't hear that.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone $1,000 or more in debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs. Your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-464-144 for a free consultation. For 16 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. You can feel confident when calling because Total Financial Freedom is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Battling for years and years, stuck in the endless cycle of decades, you have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-464-7144. That's 800-464-7144. 800-464-7144.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the B Area's home for conservative talk on your radio and smart speaker at 560.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Matt Coker here from West Coast Men's Health. Guys, if you're taking Viagra or any other pill for ED, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I want to continue to do this for the rest of my life? Here at West Coast Men's Health,
We can restore blood flow naturally without pumping your body full of chemicals like you've been doing. Guys, you need to come in today and fix this problem now. Why are you putting this off? Viagra's not going to magically start working next week, and you don't want to or go under the knife. Call us today and speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. Change your life today like the thousands of men who already have. If you're tired of dealing with ED or Peyronie's disease, Coast Men's Health.
With offices in San Mateo and Sacramento, call 650-649-7944. That's 650-649-7944. 650-649-7944. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com. HSA cards welcome.
Hi, Doug Andrew. Question. Did you or someone you know lose money in the market in 2008? Do you think a crash like that will happen again? Do you want to have what happened to your money last time happen again? What are you doing differently to prevent that? If your retirement savings are invested in the market, reposition that money and protect it from losses sooner than later. Learn how to make money safely with little to no downside risk. Join us for one of 5 Retire by Design workshops. We're coming to teach free workshops in San Mateo, Mountain View, Livermore, Alamo, and Granite Bay, Wednesday through Friday, March 15th through the 17th. Call now to register and get details. 1-888-73-RADIO. That's 1-888-73-RADIO, which is 1-888-737-2346. That's 1-888-737-2346.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be
Keeping his friends close and his enemies